Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rhonda. Today's recipe will be making walnut cookies. So let's get started. In a glass bowl, add 4 cups of coarse semolina. You can get this flour at all delicatessens and supermarkets. 1 tablespoon of MAHLEP spice. You can get this at the Middle Eastern stores or any delicatessens. Mix all the ingredients together. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get notification every time I upload a recipe. Now add 2 cups of unsalted melted butter, and it must be unsalted, and mix the butter into the semolina until all the butter has absorbed the semolina. We don't add any sugar in this dough. This is a traditional Middle Eastern cookie, usually made around Easter and Christmas, but I usually make it any time because I like to gift these cookies to my friends and families. Rub the semolina between the palm of your hands. Keep rubbing so it ends up looking like sand. This is to make sure that the butter has absorbed all the semolina, and it helps to open up the semolina and soften them. This will take about a few minutes. Just keep on rubbing and rubbing it between the palm of your hand until you see that it's all being mixed together and it ends up looking like sand. That means that the butter and the semolina have all absorbed together. Cover with Glad wrap and set it aside overnight. It needs to be soaked for at least 6 to 7 hours. Now for the walnut filling. Place 1 large cup of crushed walnuts into a deep dish. Add half a cup of sugar. One tablespoon of orange blossom water. And give it a mix. Make sure you mix it well so everything's combined together. Cover and set it aside. Now the next day, add 3 tablespoons of flour onto the semolina, 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, and a tablespoon of orange blossom water. Also 1 tablespoon of rose water as well. Start mixing all the ingredients together. Start seeing it's going to start coming together now. Just keep on rubbing it. Add half a cup of warm milk and gradually add it. Start kneading the dough and bring it all together. This will take about 3 to 4 minutes to form the dough. After about 4 minutes, it'll come together into a soft, pliable dough. So when you roll it up, it doesn't fall apart and it can be molded easily. Just like this. Make balls for around 40 grams or maybe 35 grams. Just depending on the mold and the size of the mold you're going to be using. But I did mine today for 40 grams. When they're finished, set them aside and let's start making the cookies. For the mold, this is a wooden mold. You can get all different sizes and shapes from any Middle Eastern store, but I use this one today. You will also need a baking tray. Roll the dough in between your hands. Place your finger in the middle of the dough and start molding the dough until you form a cavity in the middle, like a hole. Now add 1 tablespoon of the walnut mixture and close the ends, the top of the end together till it's all sealed. Place it in the middle of the mold and press it down. Then tap to release the mold. And this is how it should look like when it comes out. So pretty. Place the cookie on the baking tray. You don't need to grease the tray because they are full of butter. Repeat the process till all the dough balls are filled and you've used the mold to do the shape. Just put a teaspoon in each one, seal the top, place it in the middle of the mold, press it down to get the shape, tap it all around, and here we go. Bake in a 220 degrees oven for around 15 to 20 minutes or until lightly golden underneath. This is how the cookie should look like underneath. That's the color you need. While still warm, dust the cookies with icing sugar. And once they've cooled completely, you give them another coat of icing sugar. The first coat is to absorb the sugar into the semolina, as we didn't add any sugar into the dough from the beginning. These cookies will melt in your mouth. They're absolutely delicious, served with a hot cup of coffee or tea, or as gifts around Christmas, Easter, or any time. Just as a thank you to someone, you can give these in a lovely box. They melt in your mouth. Absolutely delicious. These cookies are very addictive. One won't be enough. I'm sure you'll be having at least 2 with your coffee. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for yummy recipes. See you in my next video, sweeties. Bye.